Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Lydia Des Dolles, Connect TV, standing backstage at the National Stadium at the Senior Elite Championships with new champion Superfly Tony Browne.
Hi.
What's up?
Look, I'm delighted. It was a scrappy fight. I expected that coming into it. Probably saw red a little bit. There's a bit of history between the two of us. So maybe I went for a war when I could have boxed, which I probably should have. But it was a bit nervy at the end. The ref stopped the fight, and I thought the ref was stopping it over a punch that caused the cut. But he had already brought me to the doctor previous to that over a clash of heads. So I was, as you could see, livid at the end of the fight. But then, as it turned out, they went back to the scorecards, and I got the victory. So I'm happy.
Is that something that normally happens, that they'll go to the scorecards? Because when I saw it taking you over to the corner, I was like, no, don't tell me they're going to stop the fight.
I'm not really sure. I thought it was crazy anyway. Like the cut's not bleeding, and it was maybe less than a minute to go in the last round. So to stop the fight at that stage was very strange, I thought. But look, I can't complain. I've finally got over that hurdle. I've been here so many times and just fell short at the last bit. So
what was different about this time in terms of your preparation? Like, what do you think ultimately came to the result of you being champion tonight?
I think mentally I had a firm self-belief. I put in a great performance last week against the reigning champion. I just worked so hard this time. I've been out, yourself, training with Craig and the lads, Coco Craig and Jay Kane.
Team sleep?
Team sleep is what we call ourselves. Me, Aaron, Coco Craig, Thomas Carty, and the lads, Victor, Paul, Tiernan. We're all out there training. So, as well, our gym's grown. I started boxing in a room in a gym with Stephen and his son Ryan nearly 10 years ago now, 9 years ago I think, and all we had was a bare room and a set of pads, and now Stephen's BOI Trainer of the Year. We've got an amazing stable. All the lads in my gym are top class. I'm not going to name them all in case I forget someone, but every one of them is brilliant. So the St. Michael's family is just growing, and I think that's the difference now. I've got a really good team of people around me, and obviously they say it takes 10 years to become an elite. I'm coming up to my 10th year now, so finally we got that title.
I've said it throughout all the interviews I've done tonight. It's arguably the biggest. It is the biggest night for amateur boxing of the year, right?
Yeah. Anyone will tell you getting out of your country is the hardest part. Once you get that title, it's a lot of pressure. I feel relieved now more than anything else. You have that pressure to get out of the country. I think once you win an elite title, it just really starts from there. And I'm like, by no means am I taking the foot off the gas. The real work starts now. I'll be back training Monday.
It's funny, isn't it? Because you work so hard to get a big title like this, but really it's you're starting all over again. It's just giving you the leverage to go and achieve something even bigger, right?
Yeah, it's a big challenge to get that title. You saw what the atmosphere is like in there. You got everyone watching, all eyes. You got to perform like to be honest, I knew I was going to win no matter what. I just knew. I just knew no matter what way the fight went. If I scrapped him, if I boxed him, whatever happened, I was not leaving without that title tonight. I really, really believed that coming into this fight. It was a very poor performance by me, if I'm honest. But I still, at my worst, I'm the best. So for me, I take a lot of confidence from that. I know if I box Kenny next week maybe, and now to have more sussed, I think I'd take him apart a lot better than I did tonight. I was landing the cleaner shots throughout the fight. It got scrappy. The ref was pulling me for holding. I was in with a guy who was maybe 10 kilos heavier than me. I don't know what he expected me to do, just throw him off me. I'd like to see him try. He was saying I was holding. I thought I was getting tied up, but I thought I was working with whatever I had free the whole time. I don't know, but look, we got it done, and I'm a happy man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You should be very proud of yourself. All criticism of your performance aside, you should be delighted because you worked hard. You deserve this, right?
Yeah. Look, I think confidence coming into the tournament is important, but humility after is very important as well. And I know myself, there's a lot of work to do, and I'm happy to get it done. It's great to have that in the back burner now, but now I'm always looking to improve myself and be better. So straight away, I'm gonna look at this fight and see when I come up against an opponent like that again, how I'm gonna better myself, and how I'll deal with it next time.
What is next? What have we got coming up?
Well, for me, I'll take a small break for my eye. I sustained an injury in the first round of this tournament. It's been at me. It's an old scar, and
so it's just reopened.
It's just reopened. You can see it's not bleeding. So that, I mean, that's another reason why I just couldn't understand why the fight got stopped. But anyway, I'll take a little break, obviously from contact. I'll still train. I'll wait for my call after high performance. I'm the number one now, and I should be getting sent to tournaments as the number one. I proved.
Is that at 91 kilos?
That's at 91 kilos, yeah. So I mean, I'm just going to keep building into the weight. I'm just going to keep working on my boxing. I've got this behind me now, this title, and for me now, it's just going to be all about improving and pushing towards my real goal, which is Tokyo 2020. I set a goal 2 years ago. I actually have it on my phone, a calendar counting down the days to the Olympic Games, and you know, I remember reading a quote like the road might change, but the final destination is the same. And I've moved up weight. I've considered changing, turning over everything, but I'm still here, and we're on the right course, you know.
Brilliant. Well, I look forward to your post-Olympic interview after 2020. If I'm still in the game, Tony, I could be well gone by then. But listen, before I let you go, any thank yous or shout outs?
Yeah, I have a fair few thank yous. I'd like to thank Jay Kane and All Impact Performance. They've done wonders for me, building me up to I'm not there yet, but they've really helped me build into a heavyweight and be able to match these guys for strength. I wouldn't have been nearly as strong when I started. I've only been with Jay maybe 6 months, and he's just top class. I want to thank my sponsors, Nissan. They've been with me 2 years now.
Not a bad old sponsor.
Not a bad old sponsor, no. They came on board after the Joe Ward fight, and even after some bad performances, they've still been with me. So I really want to thank them. That's been pinnacle to me as well. Also, I want to thank. I want to give a special mention to my uncle Trevor, Darryl Mahoney, Jerry Sheehan, Philly Quinnan. They do a lot of stuff behind the scenes for me. I want to give a big thank you to Just Blinds, Paul McDonald. He'll be delighted with that one. He gave me a few quid for the tournament and paid for my meals, which is really important for putting on the size. I want to thank my family and my friends. I mean, this is a hard game. You know, there's a lot of sacrifice, and I have an amazing support system around me. Just unbelievable. The people they've been with me since day one, and I'm gonna go and enjoy a few pints of them with the Rileys now.
Absolutely, you deserve it.
Lastly, and you know, definitely not least, I gotta thank Stephen. Me and Stephen, we have a special connection that you don't actually often see. He's like my dad. I call into him on Christmas Day. He's been with me since the first day I ever laced up a pair of gloves, and he's always believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. He's taught me everything I know. We've had 10 years of bad times really, because this is the first time we've crossed the finish line. So he's stood by me the whole time, and he just kept believing. And the two of us started from the bottom, and now we're both coming up to the elite level. So and everyone in the gym, just if I'm forgetting everyone now, I will get my thank you out to you. But for now, if you're around, well, this isn't live, but we're going to Matt Riley's. Might still be there next week. Right.
Come here, wait till I sign off your gas. Well done, you deserve it tonight. A fair play to you.
Cheers.
And delighted to finally get you on the show. Every time I see Tony, I'm like, we need to do an
Best
interview.
looking boxer, you know.
Best looking boxer.
We'll see about that in a few years' time.
Well, listen, congratulations again. Tony Browne for MMA
Thank
Connect
you.
TV.
Keep it